windy, gray, and depending exactly where you are in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, it's either dry, misty, or soaking fucking wet. We'll go right to the wide radar first. You're going to notice a few things. You may see something that might trigger some deja vu or even some PTSD, depending where you are. This radar image that you're seeing is that line going from, well, it goes up into Canada, goes all the way down to the Carolinas into Georgia. That line is not the system that is going to initially bring us the severe weather, but it's going to help. It's one part of it. To the east of us and northeast of us, you'll see the clear skies. What you don't see there is a high pressure system. That high pressure system is what has been giving us beautiful weather up until yesterday and today. And what you see to the west of us is that very potent cold front that is moving from the Pacific Northwest all week towards us. You'll see there's very little momentum to the east with that system, with that cold front. But that's because it has made its way from the Pacific Northwest to us basically in 3 days. But over the last 36 hours, it really hasn't moved much. That is a problem for a bunch of different reasons, but the main reason is as it sits there and it spins, and you can see the rotation in that low pressure system, it draws up that moisture from the south. And when you get that high pressure system to the east, the high pressure spinning clockwise, the low pressure system moving counterclockwise, it draws up that moisture from the south in between them. And as it gets in between them and closer to our region, it gets more intense, and the winds become stronger. The isobars, a weather term, get very tight, and the tighter the isobars are, the windier it gets. That's why if you're outside today, right now, you feel the breeze and sometimes very gusty winds with this, and that's going to continue. As that cold front draws nearer, it's going to begin interacting with that moisture that we see near our region or over our region right now. And as it does, that becomes very intense. And if you could go back and Google Ida and watch what Ida did a few weeks ago, they're very, very, very similar in appearance. And the effects of it, I think, are going to be very similar as well. Perhaps not quite as severe because the tropical air mass that was Ida is not quite as this system is, although it's warm moisture from the south. It is not as deep or as potent as that warm tropical air that Ida had. Suffice it to say, we're going to get very interesting over the next couple of hours and then through the afternoon, evening, and overnight. We'll see rains, heavy flooding rains. We could see flash flooding. We'll see thunderstorms here and there. We could see some hail, but I think the biggest opportunity as far as the extreme dangerous weather for us, in addition to the flooding and flash flooding, is going to be, again, I think there's a very, very good chance for some isolated tornadoes on the east side of this system. It's like a broken record the last 2-3 months, but we're stuck in that pattern. I talked about this yesterday, and I don't remember if it was on here or on Discord. You should be watching on Discord before and after WISO, by the way. But we spoke about the system that we're in, this atmospheric pattern that we're in, that is giving us all this moisture. We're way above our average rainfall amounts. So when you take that into account with the moisture that we'll be getting and are getting, the ground is saturated, streams, water bodies already above normal. So it's not going to take a whole lot of rain to run off and create even more flooding. We have a very, very, very good opportunity today for flooding and flash flooding as we get into the afternoon, evening, and overnight, particularly the evening and overnight tonight, as it really, really gears up and intensifies. We're going to see temperatures after this system drop and drop pretty hard. So today we get up. We talked yesterday about the system as it gets the cold front out to the west. It's over the Great Lakes as it moves towards our region, comes with interacting with that high pressure system. Does it slow down or does it pick up? All week, all the real weather folks have been saying it's just going to continue its momentum, not slow down and go, and then it'll be in and out on Thursday. And I've been telling you as it gets in, I think it intensifies, I think it slows down, and then it rapidly intensifies, causing the severe weather opportunities. Well, now if you listen to the real weather folks, they're saying basically what I've been saying all week, and they've gone back on what they've been saying up until yesterday, and they're coming into agreement with me that this system is going to slow down a bit enough to substantially potentize and get very strong and create that severe weather. Again, the biggest threats and the certain threats are going to be the flooding and the flash flooding. The possible threat is those isolated tornadoes on the east side as the system advances, east and northeast side of the system. The heavy stuff has been out west. We posted our Moist Maker map yesterday, and if you look at that now, you'll see that we have the heavier amounts of precipitation and accumulations of the moist to the west of us. And if you look at the radar, you'll see why we said that, and I described it in the narrative, that the main body of moisture is staying out to the west longer than it will be for us. So hence the stronger rainfall amounts and the higher accumulation levels of precipitation to the west of us. But as it moves east, it's going to bring that heavy rain with us too. And by the time it gets there, it should begin picking up its momentum again, thereby minimizing our opportunity for the heavy or higher amounts of the moist that west of us gets. The Lehigh Valley is going to get an inch or two easily. West of us is going to get 2 to 4 inches easily. As you move east up towards New York City, they might only get an inch or so. But as you get into those pockets, and remember, these are spinning systems, counterclockwise, low pressure systems, you'll see banding. And if you go back to the radar image again, you'll see those bands as it spins, those little waves, if you will, in the precipitation. Those little dark areas, those bright yellows and reds, you'll see them in like strips, if you will. Those are the bands. And in those bands, you get copious amounts of the moist. And within those bands, where those bands set up and dump the moist, you could see over 4 inches, 5, 6 inches of rain. And if it's so substantially enough that it sufficiently bands, you could see more than 6 inches of rain in some spots. And that is horrible, horrible news. Again, the ground is saturated. It's not going to be able to absorb the rain. And the water, the creeks, the streams, the rivers, the ponds, the lakes are all elevated. So if you live near a stream, a creek, or a river, and you've seen flooding any time over the last couple of months, I would be very wary as we go through the afternoon into the evening, but especially overnight tonight when you can't see it very well. Be vigilant tonight for severe weather. Now, as the ground is saturated, all the trees have leaves on them. So those trees with the leaves are going to act like sails. So as those winds, and we get those very, very gusty winds today, this afternoon, and overnight, there's going to be a lot of trees down. The roots are just, the ground is saturated. They can't hold those trees in. So when you get those strong winds up against those trees with leaves, they grab the wind and those trees will fall. So there's probably going to be widespread utility damage. Power outages, Palmerton. Your power is going to go out, Palmerton. Widespread vegetation damage, tree limbs, trees, as well as utility damage. I don't think there necessarily be structural damage on them. I get some little shingles. If you have a shitty roof, it's going to be shittier when you wake up tomorrow. But again, we can get straight line winds that may mimic tornadoes, and we could again see those isolated tornadoes. Don't focus on that, but be wary of that. I don't think there's a great opportunity for a widespread outbreak of tornadoes, but I absolutely think there will be a chance for isolated tornadoes and very strong straight line winds that can be just as damaging as tornadoes. And you won't necessarily see those on your typical radar. So heads up for that today, this afternoon, and especially as we advance from the evening into the overnight tonight. And then tomorrow, we'll see things clear out. The timing of the clearing should be by lunchtime in the afternoon, should be gorgeous. But we need to see exactly how this system, once it slows down and comes to a near stall, when the momentum picks up again and as it moves out. If you've been watching radar over the last 24 hours, this moisture that we see on the radar has been so close to us and just to our west that it hasn't advanced much. That is the stall that I'm talking about. It needs to be pushed. It needs to be steered. So you've got the high pressure system holding it in place, and that low pressure system isn't strong enough to continue forcing it east. That's going to happen. Eventually, that system, that low pressure system, is going to beat that high pressure system enough where the high pressure system weakens and begins to move to the east, thereby allowing the moisture and that low pressure system to move to the east. But as those warm, beautiful temperatures from the high pressure system interact with this cold front, that is when we start seeing that violent interaction that I've always talked about. So heads up for severe weather today. particularly it will start picking up in the valley anyway, immediately in the valley from about lunchtime on, or even by lunchtime on, with the very severe weather coming late afternoon, evening into the overnight. Just heads up. And then once we get past all those bullshit, Friday and Saturday are fucking gorgeous, but with around 70-ish for the highs. But overnight lows are going to be upper 40s to low 50s. So you'll know that cold front went through. And the winds will diminish tomorrow. As it clears out, normally when this cold front comes through, it's kind of blustery and windy after it. This one, I don't think will do that because we have that stability up in the atmosphere that is, again, causing this not really to move. So once it does move, I think the winds diminish very quickly on Friday, tomorrow afternoon. And then Friday and Saturday are just going to be gorgeous. Sunday's going to be nice too. Did I over-explain that? Blue, how are you?
Oh, good morning, fucker. What's up?
Did I over-explain that?
I don't think so.
I almost got into like the technical nerdy shit with isobars, then I caught myself and stopped.
Yeah. Not a good idea.
Yeah. Isobars. Just Google it. You'll see it. Maybe we'll do the weather tutorial on isobars.
That's not the kind of bars I'm used to hanging out with.
No.
Jail cell bars, nudie bars. There's a lot of bars that I like, but ISO bars are not real high on my list there.
There are a lot of bars. So I ordered Offspring yesterday, Blue.
No shit.
It should be here tomorrow. 6 kickballs for the tournament should be here tomorrow.
I've been busy.
So I got 6 of your cousins coming.
Woohoo!
Hopefully 6 is enough for the tournament.
Probably not.
2 games at a time. Hopefully there's not a whole lot of ball busting going on during the tournament.
Until we lose them in the left field woods off of field 1.
The winds may be a very, very, very key element in the success of our balls being maintained during that day. Because, even field 1, the primary field, which is sponsored, by the way, it will be known as Cleavage Field. Cleavage Field, the main field that we broadcasted live by National Racing Network, has a tree line down the entire third base line.
I like
now,
cleavage.
if you go to field 2, which is also sponsored, that's going to be Double D Field. Double D Field has trees behind right field and all the way down the first base line. And also a shale bank with exposed sharp shale. So
we'll be all right.
Maybe 6 balls isn't enough.
So Christina Marie wants to know, what's the possibility of Bloomsburg flooding?
Today? If Bloomsburg isn't already seeing aerial flooding, shocked.
Aerial flooding? Isn't that just rain?
Not aerial.
Oh. What's aerial?
Not up in the
flooding?
air. Little areas of the ground that flood. Like you don't have widespread flooding. You have like pockets, like isolated showers. You have isolated flooding.
Oh, okay. That's easy enough. Tom Tassi Jr. says plowed east.
I would not be at all surprised if Bloomsburg and the entire region actually sees flooding. They've been seeing heavy rain for a while now.
It's time for you to widen out the forecast area. Christy Ebner says, what about OCMD?
Okay, stand by for a moment. Who wants me to widen out the forecast area?
Christy Ebner?
Christy, where do you live, first of all? And secondly, if you've been paying attention to Whitesell this week, we have expanded. We've gone all the way out to Carlisle this week.
Well, she's asking, what about Ocean City, Maryland?
The same person is asking for Ocean City, Maryland?
Yes.
Rain.
Okay.
It'll clear out tomorrow, and it'll be a beautiful weekend in Ocean City. It'll be a little cooler, but ocean temps will be about the same. But tonight, this evening, overnight, it's going to be wet as fuck. And quite frankly, you're going to be in, if there's going to be isolated tornadoes, you're going to be in that prime area.
Cammy Titus says she started building her ark.
Cammy Titus. Where's Cammy Titus from?
I
If
don't
you
know.
fuckers would tell us where you are, that would be very helpful.
Paul D. Schoolmeister says areola flooding.
Areola flooding or lactating, yes.
I'm not going near that.
Not everybody's into that.
Someone tells
kickball
me.
tournament. Kickball
Yeah,
tournament. Next Saturday, October 2nd. Next Wednesday, if you're a registered player between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. at the Emerald Firehouse, right next to the ball fields, you can pick up your uniforms if you're a registered player between 6 and 7. Otherwise, if you don't make it between 6 and 7 on next Wednesday, you can pick it up between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. when you check in as a registered player at the tournament on October 2nd. If you ordered softball jerseys after the fact because you saw them and were like, oh, they are really nice, so you ordered some, those will be available at the pickup on Wednesday and at the tournament for pickup the day of the tournament. Also, our DJ that we had at the softball tournament is unavailable for the kickball tournament. So we have a new DJ who has stepped up to offer his services from morning till about midday, till about noon. So we have a DJ till about noon. If there is a DJ out there that would like to MC/play music from noon till about 4, let us know. We would love to have you. And by noon, everybody should be shit-faced, and they would love to have a DJ.
Yes.
And Blue Still Vodka, by the way, will be at the kickball tournament making their infamous frozen slushies and selling their bottles of delicious vodka, the official vodka of Blue Cock Nation.
I like their vodka slushies.
Delicious. Their Beltsville one was fucking hilarious and delicious.
Yes, it was. Beltsville.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, then you need to come to the kickball tournament. Because the Blue Steel guys, first of all, Blue Steel Vodka has supported the Weather and the Weather Cares for years and years and years and years. And once again, they have stepped up to sponsor a kickball team. They sponsored a softball team. They've gone out of their way to support the Weather and the Weather Cares for a long time. And at the kickball tournament, the softball tournament, they went above and beyond. And this time they've even got bigger and better things planned. So that'll be exciting in and of itself.
I like vodka.
Vodka.
I thoroughly enjoyed the vodka.
It was delicious. And I'm not a big
Are you
slushy
sniffing
person.
my ass? Creepy Uncle Joe over here. What the fuck? Yeah, you're not gonna figure that out. Ooh,
Cushy goo.
Oh my goodness.
So
Chris Casbier says it's a shitty day to be a mailman.
what's the mailman slogan? No rain, sleet, or hail will cause me to fail, or some shit
Will
like
stop the delivery of the U.S. mail.
that? Yeah, that.
Neither rain nor snow, nor sleet
Nor
nor
slow.
hail. I'll tell you what, I bet you a good slaw could probably slow down a mailman.
Slaw?
Yeah.
Coleslaw?
Yes. Is that an official DeWeather hat you're wearing?
Do you want to see it? Can you wait? Can you read it?
Get your head down a little lower. Little lower. No, not closer. Lower. There you go. I hate people.
It's my don't talk to me hat.
And yet here we are talking to you.
No, I'm talking to them. I can't hear them.
Christina Marie says it's a shitty day to get the mail, too. It's soggy.
Depending what the mail is.
Could be a great day
I don't
to
think
get the mail if you're DeWeather.
Could be.
Megan McBride
if you
says
listen-
Blue has been hitting the vodka early. Did you not
If you,
hear Morning Wood this morning?
Listen.
I was doing other
Listen.
things.
Can you hear that?
Yeah,
No,
actually, we can.
that is large, very large raindrops hitting the deplorer. These are the first real rain we've seen all morning here. But it's been windy as fuck here all morning with some very, very strong gusts. But now we're starting to get those a little bit of the rain. The leading edge of the rain is being blown into the area with some very big drops.
Yeah, we can see the trees blowing out your window. Big drops hitting the window.
Yeah, I
too.
actually parked here on purpose so you can see that. In fact, I'll put the window down so you can see it a little clearer.
No, that's okay. Because we
yeah,
got the water on the
it is.
window then, too. Kimberly
Yeah.
Freese says, I need that hat. Joseph Mead says, I need that hat with a DeWeather logo on it. Chris Casbier says, I need that hat with a USPS logo on it. You fuckers are awesome.
Yeah, that's it. Shitty day today, possibly dangerous later and overnight tonight. But once it clears away tomorrow morning, it's going to be an absolutely gorgeous Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Like gorgeous. No humidity, autumn-like temperatures. But the only caveat to that being all this rain that we're getting, this extra rain that we're getting, is going to further minimize the opportunity for long-duration, beautiful leaf changes. This rain is a color killer.
A color killer?
Yes, it will kill the opportunity for very vibrant colors of the autumn foliage.
Okay.
So if you're one of those leaf watchers, or one of those leaf tourists, one of the front platers or leaf peepers or Taurons that come into Pennsylvania to go see the leaf changing, you may have a very, very minimal window by which to do that, because they're not going to stay colorful very long, and I don't think the color is going to be very vibrant this year. I think there's going to be a lot of quick flashes of color, but a lot of brown leaves this year. A lot of brown leaves.
That doesn't sound like fun.
I don't have any trees in my yard. I don't give a fuck what the leaves do.
Yeah, but if you like to play golf, that's one of the nice parts of playing in the fall. The colors can be spectacular.
Yeah, but then they fall all over the course.
Yeah, and then the guy comes out with the blowers and the mowers and stuff, and you still have a pretty golf course.
I thought you found the blower last night or yesterday, serving drinks at the golf
yes,
course.
We did. Yes, we most certainly did.
Even if the leaves do do what I just said, and they're not very colorful this year and don't last very long, you can always go to Google Images and search fall foliage, and you'll see beautiful leaves in the comfort of your own home.
Oh, look at this. Wait, we've got some answers here. Let me pull the comments up.
Answers?
Yes.
Was there a question?
Sort of. Christina Marie says, it's been pouring nonstop since 7:45 in the Skook.
Yep.
Ken Reeder.
That would be where that whole sooner to the west thing comes into play.
Yeah. Ken Reeder says, good. Keep him out of Jim Thorpe for a bit. Hate the Leafers.
100%.
Tiff is checking in. Tiff. Neither rain nor slow nor sleet nor hail shall keep the postmen from their appointed rounds.
It doesn't even rhyme.
No, it doesn't.
That's terrible.
Joseph Mead says Jim Thorpe traffic sucks.
100%. And you add the fall foliage, and Jim Thorpe is just completely avoidable. Yeah, it was, because we were dry last year.
And this year we're moist.
Very, very moist. Dry is good for leaf colors. Moisture is not. It seems counterintuitive, but that's the case.
Yeah. So what do you think here? We'll show people around?
Sure. There's the Weather Institute for Climate Knowledge campus cam overlooking the Lehigh Valley. Here is Lake Wallenballsack. Lake Wallenballsack. Lake Wallenballsack at the Blue Cock Yacht Club.
Oh, that may be what that camera gets called from now on.
Yep. What camera is next? That is the Not Skytop Lodge. That is the Not Skytop Lodge camera.
Yes, this is hold on, I gotta get back to it here. The Blue Balls Country Club.
That's it, the Blue Balls Country Club.
And then we have
And then
this
finally
one.
the I-95 Summit Pass cam.
Yes.
Overlooking beautiful Carbon County.
That's purty. And still very
So
green at the moment.
Well, thank you, moisture. Last couple of years, it has not been really. We have not really had a lot of average moisture or above average moisture. So the last few years, it's been kind of brown and dry and dreary nature-wise. But this year we've had sufficient moisture and then some. So yeah, everything is beautifully colorful this year. I don't know what else to talk about. If you have something to donate to the basket
we have Michael
raft,
Black checking in, saying Lake Swollen Ball Sack.
Lake Swollen Ball Sack. Oh, I like it. I like it. The Blue Cock Yacht Club at Lake Swollen Ball Sack. Done. Who was that?
That was Michael Black. We will have a sticker.
Michael Black messaged the page. You just won a sticker.
Yes. That you're
Michael Black
winning
messaged
something.
the page.
So, depending on what weather conditions do here over the day.
That's going to be a bumper sticker. Lake Swollen Ball Sack. Done. Fucking done. And Michael, you will get that sticker free too.
That's beautiful.
Lake Swollen Ball Sack. That's fucking amazing. Home of the Blue Cock Yacht Club.
Always going down.
Always going down. Lake Swollen Ball Sack. I'm such a fucking juvenile.
Yes. Yes, we are. Okay, should we prep people additional Y cells as needed today, potentially?
Yeah, for sure. We will, even if we don't do a live Y cell, which we may very well do, I would keep an eye on our social media for additional posts throughout the day today, and particularly overnight tonight as we get into really intense stuff.
Yes. We have a request for an information update here from Tom Tassi. Do we have an update on Beltsville National Park?
That kind of fell by the wayside.
Did we send a letter to the President of the United States?
We did not.
So Clark went to jail for absolutely nothing.
The petition did not garner the support that we anticipated.
Only 69 people signed our petition.
And beyond that, you fuckers let us down for the Reader's Choice Award for favorite charity, too.
We lost.
Yes. To some animal charity that where the cures has actually helped. So by default, we should get that award. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to pull a Kanye West, Taylor Swift moment at the award ceremony.
Mike just broke Peter. Yes. Okay, serious question here. Dan Mulcahy would like to know, what's the tornado threat for Souderton?
Is that Father Mulcahy from MASH?
It's a junior, so probably not.
Oh. Well, thank your dad for his service.
Yeah.
Souderton, look, the same thing we just said during YSL. As storm advances and as it intensifies on the eastern and northeastern side of this storm, there's an opportunity for some isolated straight line winds and even possibly an isolated tornado. Is Souderton in that area? Absolutely, you are. In fact, the southeastern PA, again, from southeastern PA up into the Lehigh Valley and east into central and southern Jersey, that's probably going to be the bullseye area for the intensity. So all those spots that got nailed by Ida, I fear are going to be nailed by this system as well.
We have a comment here that.
Oh, speaking of which, out to sea is Tropical Storm Peter, and behind it is Tropical Storm Rose. Both will become Pete Rose, yes. Out to sea right now in the Atlantic. Those should not affect the mainland United States. However, my friends, there is another, that tropical wave that I talked about yesterday and the day before that was unnamed and just a glitch. That sucker's got huge potential to be a monster, like a record-shattering hurricane. And it could very, very well, if it continues where it looks like it could go, to be a monster U.S. landfall hurricane.
Christina Marie says, #Peter for president.
I was not born in the United States.
Article 1, Section 2, or Article 2, Section 1, I should say, of the Constitution says you must be a natural-born citizen.
Now, I feel like I could challenge this.
And given that you're from Australia.
Easy.
That's a banned word in Discord, by the way.
I was born on a United States Navy facility. So I feel like I could challenge that.
Yes. If you, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you didn't get, did you have to do the whole green card, papers, blah, blah, blah thing?
No, I'm
naturalized. Yeah, you're
I'm
naturalized.
Correct.
So then, no.
I think I could fight it. Listen, I have to be 21 to drink, 18 to vote, 16 to drive, but I signed myself up to become an American citizen at 8 years old. Tell me how that can happen. Yeah, exactly. Did not need parental consent, nothing.
That's how you do it.
Children can become naturalized.
That is true. You may actually, you may still.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, my God. Michael Black is checking back in again. Blue Steel Vodka should make a Lake Swollen Ballsack vaccine drink.
All right, let's not go into vaccines because that will get us flagged.
Maybe not.
We can talk about that in Discord. But Blue Steel Vodka, as big of supporters of the weather they are, they're still a very professional adult beverage distiller.
Yes, they are. They'd make a damn fine product.
Probably. I do, however, think they could make a the weather branded limited edition bottle.
Do you think our people would pay like $100 for a bottle of vodka, though?
I think a lot of our people would, yes. Whoa. Blue Steel Vodka is very affordable.
I know. But
very
if it's
affordable.
Like a DeWeather Cares thing.
And it's delicious. Yeah, a fundraiser for DeWeather Cares, yeah, absolutely. I think they would. They would definitely support it.
Bonnie Rahoman says, is it ever going to fucking rain today?
Where the fuck are you, Bonnie? Again, asking weather questions, not telling me where you are, is kind of like Kreskin looking into the crystal ball.
You are in a mood today, man.
Am I?
Blue had all your fun last night, I guess. Let me tell you, Paige was spectacular.
Some of the best years of my life for coaching soccer.
Yeah, damn right, buddy.
I guess that's it. There's nothing else to say. It's going to rain. It's going to get nasty later. Flooding's not a really good likelihood. Flash flooding in some places also a likelihood. Thunderstorms, a certainty, scattered throughout as the line moves through. Straight line, very damaging winds, wind gusts, a certainty. And then you've got that opportunity for isolated tornadoes on the east side and northeast side of the system as it moves and advances through the region west to east. But that will clear out to Friday, and that will make for an absolutely gorgeous Friday, Saturday, Sunday. In fact, I don't think we see moisture again probably until like midweek next week, which is good because there's going to be a lot of cleanup from this, I think. That's it. Softball tournament October 2nd, next Saturday, not this Saturday, not the after tomorrow, Palmerton. In Emerald, at the Emerald Playground, the Emerald Little League fields. You do not have to be a player to come. You can come, tailgate, BYOB, no glass containers, hang out. It's going to be a fun event. If you had fun at softball, this is going to blow the softball tailgating and experience out of the water just from the things that I know are going to be happening at the kickball tournament, and a shitload more players in the kickball tournament and their families and friends that will be coming. It's going to be a great time. BYOB, no glass containers. Yes, you can tailgate. There will be someone there selling walking tacos, and the concession stand for the playground or the Little League will be open as well for food and drinks. Blue Steel Vodka will be there selling vodka drinks and their bottles. And we need a DJ from noon till about 4-ish. We have one in the morning, and I forget his name, and I'm very sorry. I'll make a post for that DJ later today. And thank you for stepping up. But we need a DJ from noon to 4. Also, we're doing a basket raffle to raise money for charities, for those charities that the teams are playing for. If you have an item that you would like to donate for the basket raffle, let us know. If you have a basket that you want to make and donate for the basket raffle, let us know. If you have a gift certificate, let us know. I think that's it. I would tell you to stay dry, but it's impossible if you leave your house today. You're just going to get wet. Some of you may not leave your house and still get wet, right? Christina Marie? Was that her name? I don't know. Tammy out in Carla, whoever. You're going to get wet today one way or another. I love you all. Ladies, I love you a little bit more. We'll see you tomorrow. Well, you might see me later for some breaking weather news, but you'll definitely see me tomorrow morning at 9:30 for You Can Expect Live after Blue does Morning Wood at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. Go. Bye. See ya.